All right, everybody. Behind the laughter at BeTerrific.com studios, Mr. Bob Levy.
Hey, what's up, brother?
We got to warn everybody. It's going to be a little bit shorter segment, but I just drove up from Florida, so I'm fucking exhausted. Bob looks like he's in pain.
I am
he's
in
ready
pain.
to keel over.
I can't wait to get cut open.
You can't wait to get cut open.
I can't wait for my operation, man. I cannot
Jersey
deal with
City's
it.
a couple blocks away, Bob.
I can get cut open here very easily. This town is very easy to get lost in and murdered.
My God. Oh, yeah. They're going to throw him in the swamps out here. Nobody even smells
There's
the body.
so many dead people there. It's so cool just to
Can't even
know
tell if
it.
it's a dead body or the swamps.
It's both. You know what I mean?
Where'd you work this weekend?
And the women's college down the block.
Oh,
No.
shit.
Where did I work this week?
Yeah, what'd you do this weekend?
I was in Florida. I'm back from Florida without a tan, but next week I might have a tan because I'll be back again. See, we throw them off.
I know.
They don't know what I'm talking about.
They have no clue.
They have
Yeah,
no
but you got a. How was a 2-week run? Good.
It was good. I had a lot of fun. It was sunny out. It rained, and there was palm trees.
But your back felt better.
My back felt better because I went into those things they have at the hotel pools, and
Things they have at the hotel pool.
So I was there, watching some lady drown her little kid by accident, and it felt good, and I'm moving there. I'm done with this.
Well, I drove down West Palm.
Jesus, that's a ride.
The rain that we had up here a couple weeks ago, that's what I had the whole way down.
It's
as soon as I hit Baltimore, it rained until Jacksonville.
You got to see how gloomy Baltimore is when it's not raining.
Oh, I know.
That's the worst place I've ever been. I mean, I seen people with guns robbing people with knives. It was so brutal out there. It was the most brutal. It's the most brutal town I've ever seen. And
it's worse than Philly.
Oh fuck yeah!
But you know what? Our comic this weekend, big Philly guy.
Big Philly?
Big Philly guy, Mr. Tim Grill.
Oh,
Philly, born and
Round of
raised.
applause for Tim. Coming
what's
in.
up, brother?
Born and raised.
Yeah, you see, I love it. I'm out that way now. I love it. Philly's getting fucked up again. A lot of murders going on and that shit.
lot, yeah.
We're moving way
Every
up.
day.
My old neighborhood's real bad now.
Yeah, they just put a female. They got to announce that it's the first. So it's the first black woman, to be the head of the police there.
Yeah, but you know where her background is?
Yeah, small town.
Portland.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah.
They had I forget, the comparison was like 200 crimes in a month.
Yeah. It's gonna
Shit,
be.
she's not even in office yet. They haven't even officially put her in yet. There's been about 200 murders.
They're up to like 45 or something like that in the
Jesus
new year alone.
Christ.
I don't even want to go there anymore. I got no reason to
Philly?
go there.
Some sections are
No, it's nice and some, but they're killing people all the time now. It's crazy. I don't have time for this shit. I got a flu to run from.
Coronavirus. So, Tim, how'd you get started?
I got started. Let's see. I was in bands. I play guitar and drums and stuff like that. I played for bands, like drummer since I was a teenager and stuff. And then as I got older, I was tired of being in bands and arguing with a bunch of people and stuff like that. So I always wanted to become a comedian. So then I went in the hospital, and I was born with spina bifida, and I have issues with that. And I've had 13 surgeries.
That sucks.
So one of the last surgeries I got was a real bad one. And I didn't know what was going to happen, so I figured if I get out of here, I want to try stand-up comedy. I got to do it. So when I got out, all of a sudden, like a month later, I was flipping through the paper. There was an ad said, be a stand-up comedian. I was like, wow,
really?
shit.
An ad?
It was like a month later, yeah, for like a school or something like that. So I was like, let me try it. So I called
The
this
school
dude.
of ha-has?
That must have been Catch a Rising Star.
So
They're going to teach you how to be funny?
that's what they tried. That's what they tried to do.
They
But,
tried to
Be
Amazing.
a club owner.
so I did it.
That's
I started doing
amazing.
like 5-minute spots around the area and stuff like that, and then just kind of progressed from there.
Wow. See?
Yeah.
So, spina bifida, why don't you tell people out there what exactly it is? Because I had no clue until you told me.
Yeah, it's when you're born with a hole in your spine and it doesn't close up, so you have to have surgery on it right away. I had my first surgery when I was a day old, and they
my
closed it
God.
up. But you're kind of screwed the rest of your life, because 90% of the kids are paralyzed and in wheelchairs. I was told I would never walk, but I walk, which is great.
Wow.
But I walk with a limp and stuff like that, and it's the pain level has been
It's
escalating
brutal. Yeah.
all through the year. I just turned 50, and it's horrendous. But I deal with it, because there's nothing really they can do.
There is nothing they can do, and
No.
I know when I hit 50, I'm going to be scared too. But
Shit.
no, I'm just a little.
You know,
over
I had
50.
some people watch the show, and they actually said to me, "How old is Bob?"
No, I look.
I said, "How old do you think he is?"
My hair comes grayer on this show for some reason. It's not that gray, you know what I mean? I don't look like a
How old are you
Christmas
really?
tree from
You're
the
58,
70s.
right?
57 and a half.
Wow, you're 2 years older than me.
Yeah, but you're guinea, you're oil. You know what I mean? You people don't,
We don't age.
You're like black people. You black people, the sun doesn't get on them, and Italians they glisten because of the oil that comes through their skin from being from the country of Italy.
So the first time I met you, you embraced your disability. You were on a short bus tour.
Are
Yeah.
you serious?
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
on
they
a,
actually came in with a short bus tour.
yeah,
That
short
is
bus tour,
brilliant.
short bus comedy tour with Jimmy Graham and a guy named Mike Ateo, and
So what was Jimmy on? Because he was fat?
that's
I
exactly
think
what
so,
it was.
yeah. Are
you
Exactly
serious?
what
I
it
think
was.
so. Yeah,
Hilarious.
overweight.
Yeah,
Oh my
overweight.
God! I
Yeah.
wanted to hear that phone call when you called up to ask him, "Hey, we're doing a short bus tour. We need a fat bag of shit." And you're like, "Oh, we
I know
thought of
somebody.
you." Yeah.
Yeah, I got the right judge. I got the guy
Yeah,
in
Mike
mind.
Ateo. Who else was on there?
So you?
And a guy named Louis Santani who had
oh yeah,
Tourette's.
Twitchell's.
Yeah, Twitchell's. Yeah.
Were you the one who told him about the short bus
Tourette's.
thing, or was it Jimmy?
That wasn't me. I don't fucking. I forgot all
Somebody
about it,
sold
but I
me the
remember.
short bus stuff. I thought it was you.
No, I don't sell no short
It was
bus
crazy.
shit.
I mean, it was, I was just beginning, so I got on board with it and stuff like that. But,
Mm-hmm.
but as far as talking about the disability, I had to, because the audience sees it. You know what I
You-
mean?
You
And-
have to when somebody you can't hide something because they won't laugh the whole time, and then when you do it, then they open up and you're like, "Whoa, I have to do it first." You
I
have
see
to.
the audience physically kind of relax when I address it.
Yeah.
As soon as I see them kind of relax, and they're like, "Oh, he's talking about it. Oh, we can laugh about it."
Yeah.
But before that, you can see they're kind of looking down.
They
What the hell's
don't
wrong
know
with this
if
guy?
you're drunk.
Right.
They don't know. There's so many things that you
Right,
can
right,
be.
right.
And that's what you can't confuse an audience. They have to know what you're doing as soon as you get up there. Otherwise, you're in trouble.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah. So, I just figured if I can make that funny, then I could talk about it. And that's not all I talk about. Like, I talk about it for maybe 10 jokes or whatever, and then I get off of
Yeah,
it. And
yeah.
I talk about other things. So I don't want
See,
to be a one-trick
that's
pony.
what we were talking about last time. Remember, we were saying a black comic, they make the whole audience feel bad. Wow, a lot of white folk in here, and they
Yeah.
just keep talking about the black. And I had said
Yeah.
last episode actually, that the audience isn't blind.
Right.
They
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
They can tell that you have a disability. They can tell that you're walking with a limp. But like you said, you get off it.
Right.
We're not all blind. We
Right.
see that.
Yeah.
Which is
I'm
which
more
is really
than
good.
just this. I'm not just
Yeah.
a comedian with spina bifida.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
I
That's
don't-
the key.
Right.
I'm a comedian that happens to have swine of it.
Exactly.
Right. I just don't want to talk about
Which is a
that.
big difference.
Because I know there are comedians out there that just talk about their disability.
Yeah.
Or whatever. And I don't want to do
Like
that.
he was
man.
saying, the black comedians.
Right. Right. right.
Disability.
Right.
Oh, God, am I funny. Oh, that is hilarious, Bob. But anyway.
So, any horror stories in the business?
Yeah. So, a couple of horror stories.
We've asked a couple of guys.
everyone-
No, not really. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
that's what makes the business the
It's
business.
amazing.
I was at the. Can I say the
Yeah.
club? I was at the Northeast Comedy Cabaret.
Unless you don't want to
Okay.
go back. Unless you want to go back. If you
No,
want to
no.
go back, no, then don't say it.
Yeah, no.
Nobody's
I don't know-
listening
I don't
anyway.
think it's opening. I don't think it's open anyway. But I was at
Oh,
Northeast
okay.
Comedy Cabaret, and they're a tough audience. The Northeast.
Are you
Philly
serious? I
Cabaret.
love them.
No, I mean like when you're starting out. I think.
Oh, yeah. They're, that's how Philly is.
Right. But if you can win them over, then
Yeah.
you're doing something right.
Yeah.
But I was starting out, and this, so the whole audience was just, you could tell there was just like a feeling there, right? And this guy had like this, I don't know how he even got it in. He had like a gallon of like vodka on the table. I was like,
Sounds like my fucking
so he
club.
slept the entire time until I get up, right? I was headlining on his show, and all of a sudden he wakes up and
that's
I
great.
start talking to him. He's like, he tells me to shut up and stop talking, and then he's
I
like,
told you to stop talking.
yeah, then he goes, don't talk to anybody. Right then. So I said, so I'm just supposed to stand up here and look good? So he goes, that's it. And he gets up and he starts coming towards me.
Oh, cool.
So I grab the mic stand and I'm about to
You had
bean
a
in.
cane. Why don't you grab a cane?
No, it's before the cane.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
All
when I
right.
first started out. It was like
All right.
15 years ago. So I grabbed the mic stand and I'm about to bean this guy. And one of my best friends was in the audience, so he tackles him. So then it wound up being a big brawl in the room and then outside of the room. And it was crazy.
And where was
is
the manager
great.
during all this?
They don't do nothing. There's
no,
no
in the
management.
office.
No, the manager was a woman and she didn't. She
Yeah.
she
Let it
bailed.
happen.
Yeah, she bailed pretty much. She was
Pretty much like a female cop. She was just good at her job.
Yeah.
That's-
So I mean, that was one of them. But yeah, nights like that, you know, or it's just super rowdy and stuff like that. But
See, that's funny that fucking the guy came at you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Look, we've had that. I've had fights in clubs, and it was crazy.
Yeah.
Because the whole fucking place go. When I was doing the blue cheese thing, right?
Yeah.
I'm in Florida. This girl comes up, do it, get off. At the end, I hop off the stage, like a big stage, onto the ground, and I feel like a little pat on my back, a little bit. You know what I mean? And I didn't know it. I just keep going. You know, blah, blah, blah. I go into the green room and I sit on the couch. All of a sudden, flying out of the opening, some guy just dives on me. Okay, and I just grabbed him and just twisted him around onto the floor, and now I'm just pounding on him. He can't move and that stuff. Then we pull him out, and Bob Gullop walks into the back, and Bob just kicks him in the face. And then the guy is ready to leave the club. They're going without paying now, and they just started a fight, really, or maybe I did. So the guy, Don Siegel, tries to stop him in the New York Comedy Club, and the guy pulls a knife out, and he goes to stab Don, and he steps on a step going down, so he goes like this, and he misses him. Now they run outside. The people get in their car, starts taking up. Don jumps on the hood of the car, and the car just going all up. Then all of a sudden it just jammed the brakes. He went flying off. Now now the cops come and all this. Now it's a fucking scene. You know what I mean? The whole room shifted. It was amazing to see everybody going into a fight almost.
right.
And Don looks at me and I go, this is fucked up. And he goes, yeah. You think tomorrow night you can skip the blue cheese eating thing out of girls' asses? And I was like, okay. And it was like the guy almost died. And now he's just saying, don't do that bit tomorrow, which is great. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's just imagine that in a movie. You wouldn't even see that coming.
Right,
because it was so fucking chaotic. The fucking guy almost got stabbed. His shirt was ripped. He had his Jew chain on.
Right.
You know what I mean? It was a mess.
What do you think it is with this business? Why do you think out of all the entertainment businesses, this is the one business that gets so disrespected and people seem like talking during the act is fine? And
Because I don't think people think it's an actual performance like a Broadway or something like that. They're right in front of you. So, and a lot of comedians talk to people. So now they think it's conversational. Now they think they're in a conversation with you. So it's personal, right? So then if you start getting angry at the person and they're right there, and you're drinking, you know, it can get really rowdy.
Yeah.
You know?
I think it's both. I think like the audience, the people, you know what I mean? The audience, the comedians, and the bookers together ruin this business.
Right.
It took a, you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Like I was saying, I'm watching the Amish Mafia again. I love that show. It may not be real or whatever, but it's based on some. We need a comedy mafia. You have to have some kind of way to do this and say, all right, a club can't pay this much, or you're not going to accept it, or you're not going to work. You understand?
Right.
There's nothing. Anybody can go up and say they're a comedian. Anybody can book a room. Anybody can do anything in this business, and you don't have to have talent.
Not at all.
And that has to stop, and there has to be police on this. Otherwise, nobody's going to go to live shows anymore, unless they really know the place.
Right.
And that's the truth.
I think it was like maybe Seinfeld or somebody like that who said that, you know, when you play music, you have to learn your instrument, right? You learn how to sing, you have to learn how to play guitar. If you dance, you have to learn how to dance.
Yeah.
When you're a comedian, you just have to tell the person, hey, I'm a comedian, I'm going to go up.
That's
and you're
what
a comedian.
That's what it is. You can make a Facebook. You can get a card with your picture on it. You can't do that with like a doctor. You can't say you're a doctor. I can't.
Right.
You know, which it would be easier to pick up chicks probably years ago after shows, saying I was a doctor, not a comedian.
Right.
But like I can't do that.
Yeah,
That's
but
like
the
a
Reverend
crime.
part was turning
no,
them off.
but isn't that a crime? Like to say I'm a doctor to get pussy? You understand what I mean?
No, exactly. And that's
That has to be a crime because you're lying to somebody. Even though it's the greatest lie ever.
But that's what comedians can do. They can go up with no experience at all and just say, well, yeah, I'm a comedian. On their first show, they can say, I'm a comedian.
Yeah, with that it's sickening, and there should be you should be able to graduate to be a comedian.
And you've seen some shows like that. I'm sure you've seen some shit shows.
Tons of shows. I've been in this business 23 years now.
I've been on them.
So have I.
Yeah, you know
so
what
have
I mean?
I've done shows where I had a headline after like 8 comedians, 9 comedians.
All right, how many of those were actually comedians?
None. That's what it is.
That's the problem. Like really none, except maybe the last 2 or something like that. And then if I got a headline, I go on, and the audience is yawning. And if I'm going to headline, I'm doing 15 minutes, 20 minutes.
Because
they want to get out of there.
Yeah,
They're already going on
The
two and a
fact
half hours.
If they all kill, that's a great spot for you to go on. You know what I mean? Less
Right.
people. But if they die, it is fucking. It's like
Yeah.
I ain't clean. I would go up there and go, look, I got to clean up their shit now
Right.
because they suck. Don't
Right.
fucking look at me like that. And I'll say that, and that's the difference because this is not my fault. This is, this is more your fault for paying for this. So this guy does it all the time.
Right. I don't get why some of the bookers have done it that way, but I don't know. I mean,
Easy money, quick.
Because they seem like they can sell a show and say, wow, we got 8 comics on the show. You're going to have a real good fucking show.
Nobody has.
Right.
And 6.5 of those comics, well, God's doing you a favor to give you stage time, so I don't have to pay you. This is your experience. You're
Right.
breaking your teeth and everything else.
Yeah,
And
it doesn't make any
That's
sense.
why.
If you're
Mhm.
good,
Bookers
you're
suck.
good. You don't become a lawyer and go, look, we're going to start you off real slow.
Right.
We're going to give you no money and you're going to work you. I went to school for, you know what I mean? To
Right.
me, I went to school for being in comedy.
Right.
I did this myself. I went to my school, a school that kicks ass.
Yeah.
That fucking doesn't take shit from fucking me.
Right.
And there's fucking and it has to destroy every fucking night. Otherwise, it's a fucking failure that
Right.
night. If you
Why
don't
not?
fucking
That's how I feel.
Yeah, and if you don't come from that school, you don't belong in this fucking business.
Right.
Because it's not, it's not a joke. It really isn't to me. And this business went to shit. And we'll see what I do when I get done with the operation and all this shit is settled. Like I told him, we're going to put 5 tours on the road. We're going to put fucking 5 tours of comedians that everybody knows that, and we fucking guarantee the show. And we say the funny comedy, whatever. These shows will fucking kill and they'll sell out because I'm going to promote them. I'm doing every fucking thing.
The
I'm
real
putting my
comedians.
money behind what I believe.
Right.
And what I believe is what comedy used to be.
Right.
And only in some places now.
Right.
And it's sad.
No, it's
but
really
I
sad.
have to come out and do this to prove it. Just to show these fucking idiots that think that they know so much.
Well, we also live in the day and age too. We were just talking about where, like, if you have a big internet, population, but you're not really that good, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't
the clubs
matter.
will book you specifically on your internet presence.
Yeah.
But you could be a great comic, a great comedian, and not have a great, not have a big internet presence.
what
But
it
that
is.
doesn't matter.
You should be able to. It should go back to, look, we're paying you for your talent. We don't know anything about your promotional skills and that shit. It's not that anymore.
Right.
And that's the sad thing. You know what I mean? It's like, people say to me, can you I go, I don't fucking know.
Right.
But fucking,
You'll put on the best
I'll tell you
goddamn
this.
show they've seen.
Yeah.
in defense of that, speaking as a comedy club owner, Jay Black for the longest time was off of social media because he's so anti-Trump and everything else like that, and he was just getting harassed and the whole bit. So I reached out to him about 2 weeks before his gig. I said, Jay, listen, I really need some promotion. So he jumped back on Instagram, jumped back on Twitter. He sold out one of his shows.
Yeah.
There you go.
So, I mean, I understand that that's not important to you guys.
No, it's a necessary evil.
But-
I definitely do
No,
it.
but
But
it's
I'm
the
just
funny
saying
part.
that.
You're
doing
talking
that.
about somebody that's funny, but I'm talking
Yes.
about somebody that's not funny. That's what we're talking about.
who happens to have a big internet,
Well, that's the public being stupid. He can't read through it.
Yeah,
I guess so.
You're going to
Or-
lose your
or
regular
bookers can't
crowd.
read through it either,
Yeah,
you
no,
know what
they
I
don't care. Look, it's not the point. It's the money.
Right.
And the thing is that when the people come in, the regular customers know it's shit. They don't come back.
They don't come
anymore.
back.
That's what clubs are turning into.
Yeah.
See, that's the problem. They put these YouTube stars up there, and I get hit with at least one a week. They'll
Yeah.
reach out to me, and the agencies and stuff. And I said, listen, I'll do it on a Sunday.
Exactly.
I'll do it on a
An off
Sunday.
night.
An off night.
Because you know what? On a Saturday night, I might have some of my regular fans coming in.
And you don't want to lose them because they're
And
loyal.
Not
just
at all.
because this guy is good looking and he's got muscles and he goes, hey, how you doing on the internet?
Right.
And the women go, ah!
Yeah.
My regular customers say, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Exactly. And within a month, weeks, you'll see a difference of
Oh, it would-
people not coming back.
Yes.
And it's
and then
scary.
that
Yes.
spreads. They say it. That club's going
That's
downhill.
the worst. When they talk about it, it's when people leave and they're like, "Oh my god."
Thank God I can knock on wood. I don't remember a fan leaving saying, wow, he really sucked on the way out the door.
Well, that's good.
I've gotten one complaint in all my life. It was on Patty Rossborough.
Really?
She was very dirty. She shouldn't be saying those words.
She can say whatever the hell she wants.
Right, right.
You know, you shouldn't be in a fucking cunt and complaining about this, of what she said. You're at a comedy show. You're not at a restaurant where you're eating and Patty walks in saying, you know, I'm hungry, fill up my twat. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's not like that. It's not like regular. This is a show. You know what I mean? You're going to complain about the Rolling Stones because they played Satisfaction too early in the set.
Right.
You know, shut the fuck up. It's not about, if you had any talent, you'd be doing something yourself.
Right.
So shut the fuck up and leave. And
Love this
fucking,
guy.
you know, it's the truth.
No, I know.
That's all I talk about is the truth. I didn't go through life to fucking have a lot of friends. You know what I
Right.
mean? I want people that are good. You know what I mean? So I'm not fucking, I don't need to fucking have everybody. If you don't dig me for me, then fine.
Right.
Enough people do, because I don't have time to bullshit.
I told you about a Tim Grill story, and I told Tim off air too, but I'm going to repeat it. Tim, at the end of the year, he always does this thing on Facebook. He thanks people for who booked them over the year and a whole bit. So he thanked me
Really?
and my brother. Really nice.
Huh.
Problem is, over the next 2 weeks, I get like 30 friend requests to my personal Facebook.
Okay.
Hey,
didn't
I'm
know
good
this.
friends with Tim. You think I can get an audition?
Oh,
or
my
Tim said
God.
to call you.
No.
I'm like, oh, what the fuck?
I would never tell anybody to call.
People
Oh,
just
my
show up
God.
at shows. Can I open for you?
There's only, I think,
Yeah,
maybe
open the door.
there's only 2 times I think I maybe mentioned somebody to you as a like they did
Yeah.
as a favor, but I mentioned them face to face to you.
Yeah.
But I try because I appreciate every booking that I get. I really do. And people
Yeah.
taking chances on me and stuff. So
Yeah.
I like to thank people and stuff like that. But yeah, I didn't know. And I also
That just started. Oh my God!
So
I'm
I
like,
just-
he did such a nice thing, and these fucking assholes.
It's
I just
unbelievable.
posted my schedule today, and I always get like 2 or 3 people inbox me going, "Yo, man, how'd you get in here?" Like they're like,
Yeah, oh,
they're like
God.
vultures,
That.
man. They see what you're posting. All of a sudden, within seconds, they're like, "How'd you get that club? How'd you get this room?" I'm like, "God damn, you guys are on it."
Okay,
yeah.
now those people are asking, are they actually working comics, making money?
Some
or
of
they,
them, some of them, yeah, some of them.
Yeah, I'm changing
Maybe
my
they gotta be
name
better.
to Kenya.
I
I
know.
better.
All they ever say to me, when I go, they hit me up and go, can you? So my name is Kenya. Can you get me in with, can you say a word for, can I say a word? Yeah. What's his name said to say baloney? I don't know what fucking word they want me to say. I know
I
nothing.
had a guy, a comedian, Joseph Anthony.
Yeah.
He had a guy who kept busting his chops. You got to put a word in, got to put a word in. So after a show one day, Joe said to me, hey, this guy wants me to put a word in. Have a good night, Dino.
Yeah.
So just by saying that,
He technically
Yeah.
I
did.
know he's not going to back him up.
Yeah,
He doesn't believe in him.
right.
So what the fuck? And that guy kept harassing me. Say, Joe told me he put a word in. I said, I'm going to be honest with you. Joe did really push you,
Right.
you know?
Right.
He just mentioned your name. And he sent me a tape. That's how long ago that was. And tape sucked. So he emailed me about 10, 15 times. And I sent him an email back. I said, listen, I looked at your tape. You're really not that funny. He sent me a 4-page printed fucking email. Wanted to sue me for degradation of character.
Wow.
The whole bit. I said, go ahead, sue me.
He took that hard.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm usually like, all right, thanks.
That is ridiculous.
Fucking nuts. Nuts.
You see,
But
that's
they're delusional.
Comedians are crazy.
well, that's what it is. You know who you want? This is the comedians you want to deal with. When somebody calls you and they don't ask you, it doesn't turn around and go, you doing that, or who's that guy you're working for, or can you know what I mean? When they just call you, because this business is all phonies. You know
Right,
what I mean?
right.
Whether you like it or not. Oh, no, this person wouldn't be like that. Yeah, that person probably is one of the worst at it.
You're
You
absolutely
know,
right.
and it's always, you know what I mean? They can't just call you to call you.
Right.
No, I've
And
had
I-
guys come up to me and say, why are you on the show with Bob? None of your fucking business.
Yeah. I got a handful of friends.
Really?
Like Jimmy. Jimmy's one of my Jimmy's family to me. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And we try to look out for each other and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But there's other people, man. I don't have no dealings with until
Well, there's
I
some
can get them
bookers you've
something.
sent emails out to for years and no one gets back to you.
oh yeah, yeah, definitely.
And they've never turned you down. They just don't respond to
They
you.
don't respond.
Well, they're too busy. They're important.
No, they're busy. What are they doing?
But that's what I'm saying. You got to at least have respect for people. You can't fucking, like, to come in this business and all of a sudden deal with people that were fucking just being douchebags.
Right.
And I don't deal with that very well.
rather a
And
booker-
I become the troublemaker.
I'd rather a
because-
booker be honest with me and just say, no, we don't like you. So I can stop emailing them instead of just
Yeah,
not
but you know what
hearing
I
from
say?
them.
Yeah, but I'm funny, right? I don't care if you don't like me.
Right, right.
But I'm fucking funny.
Right.
I'm not on this earth to fucking kiss your ass because you got something.
Right.
Never did that in my life. I don't give a shit what you got. I'll end up with it
See,
sooner
that's
or later.
the problem. It's the bookers. Well, I don't think you're funny. It's not me. It's the audience. That's what these bookers don't fucking get.
Right.
You know, we talked about it before. I look at Bobby Condon and say, "What the fuck? I don't get it."
Right.
If the audience likes him, who cares what I think?
The audience will tell you everything.
They tell me everything.
Yep.
Well, that's what it is. And, like, here's another thing. People say, well, hopefully the owner likes me. And I always say this. No, when you go to a club, you have no idea how much the staff has to say in whether you're coming back.
That's true, too.
You know what I mean? That's one thing that people don't know. And they'll be, if you're an asshole to the bartender girl or guy, and they could be watching, you know what I mean? They're in charge of the comedy tonight to see. And you know what I mean? I don't understand why people are assholes anyway, but I see people shit on the staff. I love the staff. I wanted the staff to be my friend because they're doing something. They're trying to make a living off something I'm trying to make a living off of.
Right.
It's just a different part of it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I think we have a lot more in common than most people or even some comedians would have.
Yeah.
Just because
True.
they know this business now and they understand it. So it's like, and people just don't realize that how much power that somebody that is a bartender or just even waitresses or waiters have. Because you're not going to see everything if you own a club. You can't.
Right.
So you're going to say, what do you guys think?
I had a comic who made it very, very big. And over the 4 years I used him, I probably paid him close to $170,000. Mm-hmm. Not once did he leave a dollar for the waitress.
Oh, man.
And now, granted, he didn't eat there. He asked for a bottle of water. But you know what? When you're selling tickets for $75 a piece,
Oh, yeah.
you know, and you're selling out 4 shows, the waitresses aren't dumb.
Yeah.
They know you're making some
Oh,
scratch.
yeah.
Yeah.
Throw $5 down at the end of the weekend.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
that goes a long way.
Well, it does, especially when it's each person. You know, I always say, take care of these fucking people. I say that on stage. You know what I mean? I'm not saying it to kill time or anything.
Yeah.
I say it. I said, take care of them. You know what I mean?
Right.
You got 2 people running around for you tonight. Take care. They're there, fucking running. The time you're there,
Yeah.
they're on their ass the whole time, fucking making sure
Non-stop.
how fucking special you are.
Yep.
And if you're not, then fuck them.
Right.
And I see that before I go on. I watch that, and I'm like, wow, they're busting their balls. For not for them, for us too.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's a team thing. So you gotta fucking say, you know, take care of these fucking whores.
But we have to get
You
Timmy
know?
home because he's got a newborn, right?
I do. I
You
have
got-
a new baby boy. Yeah. His
Are
name's-
you serious?
Yeah, his name's White. He's 5.5 months. But
That's great. Isn't it the greatest thing?
That's
Doesn't
the
it?
greatest- Holy
changes
shit.
you.
greatest thing in the world.
It changes you so much. It's like nothing else matters.
Nope.
If people don't like kids, what are they out of their mind? It's just
Stuff in his business doesn't matter
Nothing
anymore. It's just me
matters.
getting home to put him to
Yeah,
bed.
it's funny too because Tim used to stay to the end at the headline. I'm one of the only clubs. I never force the features to stay.
You don't, no. And
I never force the
Oh,
features to stay.
that's ridiculous to do.
And yeah, there's some clubs that they make the MC stay too, and you have to greet everybody on the way out.
I
the
Yeah,
try
door.
to do
I
it
don't
anyway,
care.
just out of respect, because just for my
Exactly.
and if it's
If they
people I
come-
worked with before, though, I kind of hightail it up.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
now that I got the baby, I'm like, I got to get home.
Well, that's what it is. It changes you so much. Like
He's got
I
an
remember
automatic
what it
starter
did.
on the stage.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I was
Yep.
like, you know, I was home. Yeah, I hated going anywhere.
Yeah.
But I was like that when I got a new dog.
Well,
You
yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah, well, yeah.
I was like
Yeah,
that
yeah,
too.
because you were
I
shitting
said,
in the
"Get
house.
out of
Yeah.
here."
You're
Yeah,
shitting
they
all
both
over the,
were shitting in
kitchen.
house. But like, you know, just imagine getting a new dog. How
Yeah,
it
right.
feels if you love animals, and then you have a kid, and you're like, "Holy shit, that came out of my dick."
Yeah.
You know,
And
and it's like amazing.
I feel like when I'm like when I got to work because I work a day job and then I come up and do a show or something like that. I feel like I missed a whole day with them. So
That you did.
I get depressed.
You missed so much at that time. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I was there all the fucking. It was great.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I seen him. You know what I mean? He ate his fucking first hamburger in front of. He walked in front of me.
Right.
You know, my fucking wife hated me at the time for that.
Right.
Because I was there for all that shit.
Yeah.
And it just happened.
Yeah,
It
no.
wasn't. And I was like, wow. He walked. Oh, really? Well,
yeah,
It's fucking incredible.
yeah, it is great. It's awesome.
It changes fucking everything that
Yep.
you know that you believe in.
Yeah.
That you think
I
you
can't believe
believe in.
it's 5.5 months already.
Yeah, 5.5 months. Remember that? Remember I was telling you. Well, I was at your club the weekend we had 'em.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
couldn't do the Saturday show.
Yeah.
I did the Friday
I-
show, and
I-
I told
yeah.
Dino. I said, I think
called
tomorrow
me
is it.
You canceled?
He
I-
calls me up. He says, "I think she's due. Can you
Yeah, I think-
take me off the schedule?"
Yeah,
Oh,
and she
man,
went.
so
She went
it's
in the
coming
hospital
out.
that night. She went in the hospital that night. We had him early Sunday morning.
And he posted that day that she was going to go to the hospital. I got like 8 comics reaching out to me.
Oh wow.
See
Can
that?
I take Tim's spot?
Vultures.
Yeah. Well, no, that's what it is.
See, I'm not there. Oh,
They
there's a
look on
spot
your
open at Uncle
Facebook.
Vinny's.
Yeah, they look at your Facebook having a baby now.
Yeah, or
and
having
they're
a
like,
baby.
he has to be
Okay.
working.
He's got openings. Let me see his
no
schedule.
way he's gonna make it.
All right. All right, guys. Another episode of Behind the Laughter from Terrific.com. Tim Grill, thank you so much. Sir Bob.
It's always fun.
Till next time.
Till the next time.
Thank you,
Later.
gentlemen. Thank
There
you.
you go.